Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Leon and I'm the current LGBT officer at the University of York. Today I want to speak about something that's very close to me, and that is the Consultation for Equal Marriage. This consultation was issued by the government on the 15th of March, and it closes in 7 days on the 14th of June. I believe that every one of us should sign this consultation. It's an online form, essentially a governmental survey, and it concerns a few main proposals, but some of the most important are the fact that it proposes to enable same-sex couples to enter into a civil marriage together, regardless of gender, and it allows those people already in same-sex civil partnerships to convert that civil partnership into a civil marriage if they so wanted to. This consultation proposes no changes to religious marriage at all. It is completely at their discretion whether they marry same-sex couples or not. Currently, civil partnerships sometimes are taking place on some religious by some religious organisations, but not many. So yeah, this consultation doesn't propose any changes to religious marriage. I believe that everybody should sign this for one main reason, and it's quite simple. We all can collectively send to the government a clear-cut message that same-sex couples should have the right to marry as well as heterosexual couples. It's as simple as that. I believe that if we, or at least if as many of us as possible could sign this consultation, then we can potentially influence the legislation that goes on concerning same-sex civil marriage. And if we get as many voices as possible to sign this consultation online before next Thursday, then we can send a very clear-cut message to the government indeed, and that is precisely what we want, and it's precisely what we can do. We each have a very powerful voice within us, and if we get as many of those out to the government as possible through this consultation, that's all that matters. Now, this consultation, these proposals are very important to me, as they are to a lot of people, and I've spoken to a lot of people, not only in my capacity as an LGBT officer, but also as a friend, as a son, as a brother, and I've found, surprisingly actually, not a lot of people know that the consultation's going on, and admittedly that's not their fault. There isn't a great deal of publicising of the consultation going on by the government, or any organisation really for that matter. And I believe, on speaking to a lot of people, that most people are actually apathetic simply because these proposals don't concern them, and that is perfectly fine. But on further questioning, it becomes definitely apparent that most people would support these proposals because that is what's right. Marriage is not a privilege, and we need to send that message to the government. Marriage is a right that we should all be able to enjoy. What of the sanctity of marriage as well? That is one of the main arguments against these proposals. When you have people entering into a marriage today, a religious marriage at that, you find that some people aren't even in love, may only be entering into a marriage together for the financial rewards, or for the fact that one may be able to stay in the country without a visa. The argument is flawed. And when you think about it more, it becomes only right that people should be allowed the right to marry, even if it is two men or two women entering into that marriage. So I'm asking you all today to sign this consultation before next Thursday. That's the 14th of June. The website that you need to go on is c4em.org.uk. Click on the link that says Step 2 and you'll be taken to the Home Office website. If you scroll down, there's a hyperlink that says Online Form. Fill out the online form, the survey. It takes no longer than 10 minutes, and you can do your bit. You can send your message to the government that this is only right. that two people in love, regardless of gender, should be allowed to marry. When I grew up, as I was growing up, I assumed that one day I would be able to marry, and a lot of people do. But when you go, some people go through, as I did, the arduous task of actually accepting one's sexuality, you become to accept that one day you will not be allowed to marry, and that is not right. It is not acceptable. It is not acceptable in our society today to enforce LGBT people to conform to the norms and values that others dictate. It is not on. And if today we get enough people to sign this form, this consultation, we can do our bit. We can do our bit for the future. One day maybe I might be able to love the person marry the person that I actually love. And that's all that counts. We should be allowing other people, LGBT or not, to enter into a civil marriage with the person that they love, and that is all this comes down to. So www.c4em.org.uk, click on the link that says Step 2, you'll be taken to the Home Office. Just fill out the consultation, it takes 10 minutes. That's all I ask. Thank you.